Want some, get some. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, I am a pirate. You have to go with the pirates because, of course, they have cannons and everything. It's a pirate's life for me. Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're pirate. It is a first down. Pirate. Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Well, you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it. I think I've ever been in a building as loud as that was. It was deafening in there. You live with Omaha? I can promise you that. And it's purple all night long in Eastern North Carolina.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
Yeah, my heart is purple and gold. I'm a pirate down of my soul, and I don't back down, not at all. Find out when the cannons explode.
All right, welcome into On Deck right here, a part of our baseball coverage on the Sports Objective. My name is Dave Richmond, along with my good friend Kyle from LaGrange Barber. How are you, sir?
We got the extra innings logo up there.
Yeah, we don't have we need an On Deck one. We'll work on that.
I'm fine. It's been kind of a long day, but looking forward to some Pirate baseball this weekend with the Keith LeClair Classic coming off of, 2 straight wins, really, because there was no result for the Sunday game, or a tie, I guess, was the result, but 2 straight wins. Went over Carolina, then the College of Charleston game yesterday, which, we had that game put away, but I liked the way, they gave up the grand slam. I liked the way we manufactured the run in the bottom of the 8th. And then, nice job bouncing back to get the 3 outs in the top of the 9th. So carry some momentum in this weekend for Rutgers, a good Troy team in Western Carolina.
No doubt, as we bring in Alan Vick, all 3 opponents are good. I've been doing some research, and this afternoon doing some more polish, as we like to say in our business. And there's 3 good opponents, so nobody should be sleeping on anybody. I'm talking about they shouldn't be sleeping on us, and we shouldn't be sleeping on any of them.
No, and we talked about this last time we were here, what the LeClair means to ECU baseball, what it means to Eastern North Carolina, what Keith LeClair and his family mean. So it's a really, really special weekend for a lot of reasons. And I hope, the weather looks cooperative. So I'm hoping that we'll have large crowds out there to honor Coach LeClair and his family and everything that this weekend means.
No doubt, as we bring in Wildfire Justin Butts. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Dave. How about yourselves? How are you guys?
We're doing good, man. Ready for some Pirate baseball? How about you?
Oh, always looking forward to Pirate baseball. What a little wild weekend for the Pirates. That Friday night game was not the way we expected, but we came back, bounced back Saturday. Good middle-week game against College Charleston, and like you guys said, some big-time opponents coming in here this weekend. Not the name brands that we normally get, the Ole Misses of the world coming in from the Keith LeClair class, but 3 quality opponents. Was able to watch a little bit of the Troy Campbell series this past weekend, and Troy's got a good ball club, so we're gonna have our hands full this weekend. So looking forward to this weekend.
No doubt, as we bring in our stats guy, Johnny the Hammer Stats Robertson. Let's see if I don't know what happened to Johnny. Hey, Johnny.
They are muted right now. He must be busy doing something.
All right.
But
hello, Johnny. Hello, here's Johnny.
JR will be with us shortly.
How about now?
We got you.
Okay. What's up, fellas? I think I muted myself. I've never done that before. But anyhow, I have a bunch of historical perspective on the Keith LeClair Classic and some interesting stats, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I'm still high from the double win last night. We had that we blew the lead. Then we came back and won the game against College of Charleston. And then simultaneously, well, a little bit later, actually, the basketball team. The last time we were in Mid-G's, we lost to Wichita State in a game we should have won. Now, last night, we beat UTSA in a game we should have lost. So the dream is still alive. We might, there's a path to the conference tournament, which is pathetic, really, if that's
the dream.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pathetic dream, but it's the only dream we have, Kyle. And I want to see another game with Jordan Riley playing. So he only needs to average 20 points a game for the last 3 games to be only the second Pirate ever to score 700 points in a season. And Gio broke the single season record for offensive rebounds yesterday. He has 113. And he's got 3 games left. So, we got the most prolific offensive rebounder in the history of ECU. We have one of the 2 most prolific scorers in the history of ECU, but yet we've only won 9 games against Division I teams. So there's, maybe there's something left and we can pull it together and go on a run here. That's what I'm hoping.
By the way, guys, we'll be doing our, for people that are wondering about baseball, we'll do more of that talk coming up in our second half of the show as we have our roundtable. So stay tuned to that. Johnny's great because he teases you. That's what, right, Alan? That's what we call a tease in our business.
That's right. He's teasing for later on. So the people will be sitting on the edge of their seats to wait to see what Johnny has to say later on.
Probably not.
I do think that, especially the stats. He has the best stats that money can buy. Anyway, we're grateful, as Kyle was talking about, the win last night at Segra Stadium as the Pirates get a victory. Man, my mom always talks about how baseball can change so quick. And boy, did it ever last night. But great come from behind victory last night. And guys, we've got do you want to look at the stats, Johnny, on do you want to talk about the College of Charleston as the Pirates played in Fayetteville? And I know we have our good friend Kenneth Maynor, friend of the show, he works right near the Segra Stadium. So it's good for those folks that are in the southeastern part of North Carolina to be able to see the Pirates play.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. It's funny. You say Braden Burris maybe had an off game. He was only 1 for 3. He only batted .333. But I wasn't at that game. I know 2 people that went together. And they called me and said, hey, Braden's first at bat was a home run. College of Charleston, apparently his elbow was above the yellow line, and his glove was on the other side of the wall, and he brought the ball back in the park. So Braden almost led off with a home. Braden still had scored a couple of runs and had an RBI. But what I'm most impressed about is the pitching. So this was the second game that Brett Antolik came back. His first outing was okay. This outing, he didn't give up any earned runs, 2 innings. He looked really good. He had 3 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. He hasn't walked anybody yet. But the exciting part came in when he left. Nick Moran came in. Nick Moran is one of our few left-handers out of the bullpen that at this point of the season is been productive. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Luke Payne's going to be okay, and the other left-handers will be okay too. But for right now, Nick came out after a strong first performance, and he threw 4.2 innings, only allowed 1 hit. He hasn't walked anybody all season either. He had 3 strikeouts and just, gave them a 7-3 lead. And I just thought he looked tremendous. It's just so good to know that we have Brett and Nick that, when it comes to middays, it's pretty much a dual start. Now, maybe, we might have 2 midday games. They both might start, but they're both capable starters, as is Jenkins. So we got a lot. I know it's been said a lot. We're full of pitching, but this game really showed that is, in fact, true. One thing I will say before I pass it along, I'm mad. I'm mad that Nick Moran pitched 4.2 innings, only allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks. And then he has a 7-3 lead. Then they put in Sean Jenkins with guys on first and second. Sean walks a guy, bases loaded, and then he gives up a home run. Now it's 7-7. Pirates score a run in the bottom, and then Sean comes back out in the top of the ninth and records 3 outs, and he gets the win. Now, I have no issues with Sean Jenkins. Obviously, he's one of our better pitchers, but I mean, he didn't really do his job when he came in to preserve the win. And I just feel bad that Nick Moran didn't get a win, because he really, really did deserve the win. Sean got the win. He's now 2-0, but Nick will have more chances in the future.
Well, let me go now to our official scorer of the sports objective. That will be Alan Vick. Alan, do you agree with the assessment that Johnny Robertson gave?
Yeah, I do. And Sean Jenkins, has been so good this year. He gave up the grand slam last night, but he was able to come back. I mean, that's tough to do. You give up a grand slam and you come back and go 1, 2, 3 in a minimal amount of pitches and get it done. So Jenkins has been good. I hated it when he gave up the grand slam, but he responded, and that's what I took away. Pirates responded when they had to and got a win.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
The good news about it is that, like Johnny, like you said, is the fact that we're so versatile. And one of the things I was taken away from last night, and maybe you guys think that I drink the purple Kool-Aid, and I do. And the basic thing for me, though, was the fact that this team can beat you in many different ways. That's what I've noticed just observing. And what do you think, Kyle? I've just noticed that so far that, with our pitching, with our hitting, our defense, there's many different ways this team can win. Small ball, they can do that. They've got the power. And what's scary is this team is.
I haven't seen a lot of power yet, but
what I'm saying is they have the power. What I'm getting at is that's getting ready to whenever. I don't know if it has anything to do with the temperature, but the bats will get warmer. More than just talking about how many runs we're going to score.
Right. Well, you're going to win games a lot of different ways throughout the course of the season in baseball. But what I liked last night, I hated giving up the grand slam. We had a big lead. Not something you want to do. Can't do that. Really should have. You got to. Literally anything else would have been fine. But it's baseball; it happens. But the manufacturing that run, and we'll get into previewing this coming weekend. But manufacturing that run, that was a manufactured run. That wasn't a home run. It was good team baseball,
right?
Good offensive team baseball to get that one run, take the lead, and then he bounces back in the ninth after getting up that grand slam and shut them down. So that was good to see. You need to win close baseball games. We really haven't done that. The one win we had over Xavier was dominating, or not dominating, but we won it convincingly. We had the win over Carolina dominatingly. We beat Northern Illinois by a couple runs, and we hadn't won a close game yet this year. So that's something we needed to do. So I look at it from that perspective. And now this weekend, you got Rutgers, who is a quality opponent of the Big Ten. You got Troy, who's really good. Who's always good. Sunbelt's a great baseball league. Troy is consistently an NCAA regional team. So
right.
Troy's not going to be intimidated coming here at all. They play the SEC schools midweek, so they're used to going to SEC environments. They play in the Sun Belt, so they're playing at Coastal. They're playing at Southern Miss. They're playing at Georgia Southern. So they're used to big time baseball environments. So that's going to be a heck of a contest. And then Western Carolina has had the history with Keith. That's where he went to school. He coached there before he came here.
Right.
And they've had some success over the years. So it's a good field this weekend. And I think we're playing, we're nowhere near where we need to be. We're a work in progress. We're not a complete team, but we're headed in the right direction. It would be nice. You want to at least go 2-1 this week. With this weekend, it would be nice to go 3-0. Easier said than done. But at some point, you lose to Xavier at home early. Those home wins, as JR's mentioned several times, really affect the home losses. Really affect your RPI negatively. And people will say it's too early in the season to talk RPI. It is and it ain't. Where you are now really doesn't matter, but these games now count just as much as your RPI as the games late in the season do. So really need to. I mean, stating the obvious, we really need to try to win all three of these for this weekend.
Oh, we
Yeah.
definitely do.
Hey, Dave, I just wanted to say Kyle is, I can't agree more with Kyle because RPI is a joke right now. If you're looking at RPI and you're worrying, UAB is number 8. How about that?
Right.
Okay, so we know that that's never going to end that way. But Kyle is right. RPI is very important right now, and what you do to prepare yourself. The number that you have beside your name right now is not important, but you have to be thinking RPI as early as right now. So I agree, Kyle, 100% with what you said.
No doubt. And Justin, help us out with, we were talking about the strike zone, but that's something that we saw this past weekend, and we're not going to talk a lot. We already had the UNC show, if you will, but what about, we wanted you to talk about that because I was getting very frustrated with the small strike zone for our pitching.
No doubt, Dave. I mean, it's frustrating as a fan. Obviously, it is. But the umpires, I thought the strike zone looked good, honestly, from an umpire perspective. The umpire, I talked to I knew the crew chief on that crew, and they graded out at 95, 96 that weekend. So, I mean, the strike zone was pretty consistent both sides. So, yeah, I know it's frustrating as a fan sometimes, but I thought the umpires looked good to me. I didn't have a problem with it. But
Well, do you know anything about the umpiring crew that's coming weekend for the Classic, Justin?
I do not. One thing I've noticed about the umpiring crews this weekend is they have actually really, most of the time on a non-conference midweek series or early in the year on a weekend series, you'll have one or two guys local from. I know Steve Pigman Sanders will usually be at ACC non-conference game. He'll do one. He's from Dover. A couple guys from around Raleigh area will come down. But I have noticed they have really branched out and try to get guys from outside the area. So, but no, I do not know the guys this weekend, but I'll find out.
So what you're saying is, Justin, we're going to get better. We're going to get better umpires because they're not from here.
I wouldn't say that. There is one umpire from actually Goldsboro that is actually he works the Big Ten, he works the CAA, he works the American Big 12, and he was actually at UNCW this past weekend.
Was he at? Is he from Jason?
No, he is actually a former East Carolina player. Actually,
I think I know who it is.
yeah, I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, he is. He's one of them, and he told me
Well, why can't we say his name? Is he a secret umpire?
I just can't give out that information.
I don't understand. He's an umpire.
I'll tell you later, Kyle.
Can I ask you a question, Justin, about
go
umpires
ahead.
and college baseball players?
I mean, I'm just so confused.
I know.
Does his wife not
Kyle,
think he's an
Kyle,
umpire?
I'll tell.
Kyle, he's not going to go there. So I'm going to ask you, Justin, without naming names,
It doesn't make any sense.
give me give me a percentage of how many umpires were ex-ball players. And best year, I know you don't have an exact number, but give me a rough estimate.
I will probably say if you had to line up 10 different umpires, I would probably say 7 or 8 of the 10
Wow. Okay, that's good.
are former players from the high school ranks. I mean, we get guys that, I mean, in the high school ranks, I mean, it could be 90% of umpires that played some sort of ball in their lifetime. I know our regional supervisor, he was a former first baseman at North Carolina A&T. But then our assistant supervisor, he couldn't play baseball a day in his life. But he just made a great umpire.
Well, I think we know who the umpire is, but I put that in the group check. So, by the way, for our friends on YouTube, bear with us. I think that things are better now, but we've had some technical difficulties earlier. I think we're good now. Streaming is so much fun when you're doing a live show internet streaming. What can go wrong?
Right now we have somebody with echo. It's going wrong.
All right, we don't hear it now.
All right, we got it right.
Yeah, so let's. Are you guys ready for the preview, or do you want to continue? Is there anything else you had for
I'll
last?
just throw one thing in there, and then we'll get to the preview. Okay, so the bottom of our order. I don't know how many teams can boast. Listen to this. This is when the fun starts. At the bottom of our order, our 8 guy, Matt Lashley, batting .455. Our 9 guy, Walker Barron, .444.
Wow.
Then it goes around to the top of the order. We got Braden Burris, .485. Then we got Linehan with 13 RBIs on the season.
He is.
Yeah, he is. And then in the third spot, you got Jack Herring batting .417. So those 5 in a row, that's incredible. And I'm not even talking about Austin Irby, who's so good that he's the only player that's been intentionally walked this season. And they've done that to him 3 times because they didn't want to face his bat. So we know Irby's going to heat up. And Colby Wallace is just not even worth, trying to convince anybody that Colby's going to warm up, because everybody knows that Colby's going to be somebody that, is going to really get going. He's not striking out. He's making good contact. He's not striking out as much as he did last year. So I'm looking forward to Colby and Austin. And then Jack Vogeley, who's a youngster, he's just figuring this out, and he's getting better and better. So when those 3 start hitting, there's just no weakness. There's no weakness in this lineup. So that's the only point I wanted to make.
No, and that Vogeley is one that I have been watching, because he's one that I said that very thing. When you talk about the bats, it's scary to think about the fact that he's not at 100%, meaning that with his bat, he's doing very well. I'm not criticizing him at all, but it'll be funny to see how he looks in May and June.
Yeah. I mean, he's already made significant improvements in the last couple games.
Yeah, Linehan has been one that that's been a huge. Not that I had heard that he was really good, so I'm not trying to say like he's a diamond in the rough. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying it's amazing. I want to get y'all's feelings on this, and maybe I sound like an old man, and I am, but these freshmen now, man, they're not freshmen. These freshmen coming in are really, really good, like plug and play good. And I'm not trying to put any pressure on them by any stretch of the imagination, but it just is. This freshman class has really impressed me how good they are.
Vogeley has made good contact all year. He's had a hard luck year. He's had several balls that he's smoked that just did not find a hole, but that's coming. When you hit the baseball as well as he's hitting the baseball, the luck turns around. So, I mean, his technique looks great. He is going to be a major force, I think, as we get into, middle of March into April and beyond. I think that's a name you're going to hear a lot about.
Yeah. Dave, I agree with you on high school kids. There's so many camps now. There's so many, there's so much summer league, with the dirt bags and those type of organizations that these kids are playing year round. And when they get there as a freshman, they're ready to play. Braden showed us that, last year, do you remember not too long ago when freshmen would come in and they really wouldn't contribute that much? I'm going back to even Dixon Williams didn't really contribute much as a freshman. And then you get them for 2 years and then they're gone. They go to the draft or something. But now we're going to get to see players for longer, because they're going to start playing earlier, like this group of freshmen we have now.
And I'll tell you what is even worse than that is these baseball academies now that they got out there charging $20,000 to $25,000 just for their sons to have an opportunity to play at the Division I level, and they might not even make it at the level. I'm speaking for a fact. We got a baseball academy here in Goldsboro, $20,000 to $25,000 a year, and they've got 40 to 50 kids. It's a money rocket.
Hey, wait a minute. We could start the TSO Academy. We can have
right there in Martin County.
If you can't beat them, join them. I mean, 25,000. We can find a whole bunch of kids that play
It's
baseball.
It's the East Carolina Baseball Academy. It's right here, played at Goldsboro ECAT. They're 20 to
And Allen,
$25,000 a year. They got 50, 60 plus kids. And
Who
what these guys,
who runs it, Justin? I mean, are they
and
reputable people?
I'll tell you the name because I don't like him. Adam Payne. His name's Adam Payne. He played at Carolina.
Okay.
He played
Allen,
at Charles Hancock High School, played at Carolina, and pretty much what they're doing out there is they're going out across Eastern North Carolina and Central North Carolina, even down into South Carolina. They got a couple of kids, the Dominican Republic, and they're bringing them here to Goldsboro, and they're promising them that they will go to, play college baseball. And a lot of them ain't that good, but they're promising that, and they're making $25,000, and they're going out to every high school in Eastern North Carolina and trying to recruit the best players from there. And it's really watered down high school baseball in Eastern North Carolina. You look at it, especially here in Wayne County, you've got Eastern Wayne High School, who I played for. We 2009, we played for state championships, North and North, Southern Wayne, Spring Creek, that group. They might not even have a ball club. Eastern Wayne didn't even win a baseball game last year. And 10, 15 years ago, we were playing for state championships. But now, because of this academy, they're going out and get 2 or 3 from here, 2 or 3 from Charles B. Aycock, 2 or 3 from Rosewood, 2 or 3 from North and North, 2 or 3 from South and North, and just building this mega team and really killing high school baseball in Eastern North Carolina.
well, you heard it here first. Alan, we could actually start the academy, and you and I could help out with the broadcasting part. Johnny can help out if you want to be like a sports information person, stats wise. Kyle has got plenty of jokes.
Yeah. Well, we can get Paul Hill, and he can probably get Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, the ghost of Mickey Mantle, and many more of his dear friends to come coach up the team.
Yeah.
Right. Kenny,
I'll say this. Oh, go ahead. Read Kenny's comment.
Pirates had a dominant win in hand, and then the wheels got off a little shaky, but they pulled it off. A win is a win. And John White, what's up, brother John? The loss went to Mr. Pruitt, ex-Pirate, now pitching for the Bulldogs.
And I'm sorry, that was the funniest shit I've said on the show in a long time, and I expected a laugh.
Dang it, Kyle. I was too busy reading my notes. I didn't hear it.
Well, you want me to repeat it? Because I will.
Absolutely.
Oh, I said we could get Paul Hill to probably coach the team for us.
Okay. You had me at Paul Hill.
Mark McGuire
Okay.
and Barry Bonds and
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa and the ghost of Mickey Mantle and many more of his dear friends to coach them up.
Okay. Okay. I got you now. I was just going to follow up on what Justin said. And we all love Grady Linehan. And then we have another infielder that's a freshman, Luke Craddock. Okay. So Luke is from the county right next to me. He's from Warrenton, Virginia, which is like 10 miles from me. And then Grady Linehan's from Bristow, Virginia, which is in the same county that I'm in. Anyhow, they both played high school baseball. And then at a young age, they went to a Pro 5 academy in Fredericksburg. And now they're both Pirates. But that's the thing. I mean, high school baseball, as far as like, county-wise, the best players are going to these big academies. And that's just the way it is now.
Well, I can say Martin County, we have, Justin, tell them, we have a good baseball program, do we not?
No comment.
Oh, man.
I had Martin County at East Colorado last year, by the way. Me and that coach don't get along too good. No comment.
Okay, Bobby. I'll have to talk to Bobby then.
I'm just kidding. Me and Bobby got along just fine, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
They were winning. They were winning. That was part of the problem.
We'll see how we can do that. But
y'all got a big game, I think, at Pamlico County coming up, actually.
Yeah, our football team, obviously, and baseball team, softball. There's a lot of good we've got a lot of good program there.
How about your basketball team? Your basketball team's pretty good too.
Yeah, they are.
I was watching a little bit of our basketball game at Eastern Wayne a while ago. We just beat East Duplin in the second round, 77-66, so advancing to the third round this year. So great win for Eastern Wayne High School basketball.
Yeah, our fencing team is very good. They won a few state championships. So.
State championships are hard to come by at East Wayne these days. We're even lucky
Actually,
to have a baseball team now.
Alan called one of our curling matches, I think, and we won the state championship back in 1997.
Yes.
Nice. So, guys, do we, Jr. Do we know Rutgers Friday night guy?
Okay. Thank you, Kyle.
Let's get back on track here.
I'll tell you this. You know, I don't know who they're throwing, but if they throw the same guy they threw last Friday night, he beat Virginia Tech. Well, he held Virginia Tech to 1 run, and they won 14-1 against a good Virginia Tech team.
Yeah,
14 runs. Wow, that's a dominating performance.
Actually, I'm mistaken. It was 16-1. I didn't give him enough credit, but it only went 8 innings. But I don't know how many innings he threw. But he went pretty far, and I'm assuming they're going to throw him again. So that's not good for us, really.
What is their record overall?
I think
4-3.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
0.3. Yeah.
4-3.
They lost 2 out of 3 to Virginia Tech. The other 2, though, last weekend, the Saturday game that week of the weekend series, I think they went to extra innings. They lost by 1 run. And then there was another one. I think it was like 4-3 on Sunday. So they got the big win on Friday, and then the other 2 games were extremely close. Where, in other words, it wasn't like it was a fluke.
Okay,
so it's a heck of a challenge.
I got to correct myself, Kyle. I got to correct myself.
All right.
What the stats I gave were 1,000% accurate, but you know the starter on Friday really wasn't that impressive. He pitched 3.2, gave up 4 hits and walked 5 guys, only struck out 2, only gave up 1 earned run, and then they went to the bullpen and for the final 4.1 innings, and they shut him down. So they won 17-1, but Harrison was the starter, and those numbers don't scare me at all. I mean, if he's given up 5 walks and 4 hits and 3.2.
Yeah, but still a quality Rutgers baseball team.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Troy after that, and I'm assuming we're going to see their Saturday guy. I'm assuming it's in a regional, so I'm assuming everybody's just going to pitch their guys in their day order.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean that's the logical conclusion, but you just don't know.
I mean you can see Troy, throw somebody else against Western and then save their Friday night guy for us. I mean it is a tournament.
Yeah, they scored extras this week.
Ever in the LeClair, but this is a very solid field.
It really is. It really is.
I already knew it was on the surface, but when you start diving in, I mean, when I just put it up there, but Troy beat Georgia at Georgia.
Yeah, well, Troy is always good. If somebody is got feedback big time, I don't know if you guys hear that or if it's just me or if I'm going crazy. You hear it, okay? But Troy's always good. The Sun Belt, as I said before, is a great conference. Troy is a perennial regional team. So if you don't realize Troy's good, that's on you. Then Rutgers coming out of the Big Ten. The Big Ten, it ain't what it is in football and basketball, but the baseball in the Big Ten has improved dramatically over the years.
You look at Troy; they just took 2 of the 3 from Campbell.
And then they beat Georgia.
We lost to Campbell, so I mean, Troy's going to be a good ball club. It's going to be great test.
I'm going to give you a trivia question here. Does anybody have any idea who the losing pitcher was for Georgia in that game against Troy?
Steve Avery.
I know you do. Yep, you got it. Kyle got it. No, it's not Stephen Avery. It was Brad Pruitt, Pirate that had to go to greener pastures. So it was Mr. Pruitt that left Greenville to go down to Athens, and he took the loss.
Does somebody have a television on or something? Is something in the background I'm hearing?
I have nothing.
No, it's us. It's us. There's a slight delay. It's coming over somebody's speaker.
There it goes. It just went away, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. No, I'm not hearing anymore. Thank you, because
sounds much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So well, Troy, and then by the way, Western Carolina. By the way, guys, they've won 2. They're 6-2. The first weekend they swept George Washington. And then this is crazy. They lose to USC, the South Carolina Upstate, 17-0. And then they beat Akron on Tuesday, 12-2 in 8 innings. They run ruled them. But they're 6-2. I like looking at every the opponents this afternoon. They look really, really good. And what I want to see is obviously a lot of people. And Kyle, and Alan, you both are our meteorologists for the show. How is the weather looking for this weekend? It looks like tomorrow there's a chance of rain, and then Saturday and Sunday look gorgeous. In fact, Sunday it's like up to 72 degrees. Alan's going to come without his shirt, and right.
Well, yeah, that's they told my secret, Dave. I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to out you, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Working out hard for
It looks like the rain is going to be in the morning, so we should be just fine. What time's first pitch tomorrow? 4 or 5?
4:30.
4:30. Okay, so we should be fine. There shouldn't be any trouble getting all the games in this weekend. What time's first game tomorrow? I'm assuming we're playing the late game. I'm assuming the first game's earlier in the day.
12 or 12:30.
Yeah.
Alan, aren't you camping out?
It's possible that things could get pushed back a little bit for that game, which could push our game back, but we won't have any trouble getting it in.
All right. That's the only rain that I saw was yesterday. Saturday and Sunday looked gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, before we quit talking about Western Carolina, they are This is I'm like creeping into my trivia, but we've played them. This will be the 6th time that they've been in the Keith LeClair Classic, which is the most of any university has appeared, and that's appropriate since it's a direct tie-in to Keith LeClair.
And this is the 23rd Keith LeClair Classic.
Oh my goodness! But Western Carolina in their last 3 games is batting .373 as a team, 38 hits, 53 total bases. That's really, really impressive. They had 3 double plays. They haven't had an error in their last 3 games. They had 3 double plays in 1 game.
Against who?
That would have been against Akron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
No, actually, that game was Bowling Green because they played Akron Bowling Green. They had 3 double plays, and then and against Akron, they won that game handily, 12-2. It was a 10-run ruled them. But anyhow,
they won out of 3 against Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, and they committed 0 errors, and they're a good team. They are a good team. They can hit. They're deep at catcher. They got guys that can play second or short or outfield. They can interchange a bunch of pieces, and they're still getting healthy. So, they're not an easy game for sure.
Look, I know people that are casual fans may look at it, but like Kyle said, you should know about Troy already. Rutgers is nothing to sleep on, and Western Carolina.
Well, I think casual fans will hear Rutgers and think that that's a big name just because of name recognition. So I don't think that'll be an issue. But the diehards will know Troy. The casuals may not realize how good Troy is in baseball.
Yeah, they got screwed last year. I think they should have made the tournament, but they didn't get in.
Yeah, and
they have something to prove.
Most years. They do most years. I mean,
yeah, they got something to prove.
The Sun Belt is a multi-bid league. They get 2 to 5 teams in every single year. So
great conference.
I wish at one time I wanted to join the Sun Belt and everything. I've kind of cooled off on that.
Just you? You wanted to join it by yourself?
I did. I thought I could be competitive.
Well, yeah, you could be.
But at one time I wanted to join the Sun Belt and everything because I've cooled off on that because the new American has done much better in football than I thought it would. The only time I will say Dave was right about something. But
you said you beat Troy.
Huh?
Cal can beat Troy, right?
I can, but Dave, I just said you were right about something. You should be glad.
I'm in shock.
But
y'all told me
I do wish we could join it in baseball. I wish we could be a baseball only member of the Sun Belt.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's 10 teams that play baseball in the American, so hopefully we'll pick it up. I'm not concerned at all. I was talking to we'll talk later in the show about other sports.
It will never catch the American will never catch Sun Belt in baseball. It's just not. There's not enough schools in the league that care about baseball.
Well, I know that. I'm not talking about.
At some point, we need Tulane and Rice to be what they used to be, though.
Yeah, Rice used to be like right up in the.
And Wichita State.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, you got 3 programs historically there that are fantastic, but all of them, by and large, have been horrible for the last decade.
Yeah.
When Wayne Graham was at Rice, man, they were perennial.
Wow. Yeah.
Power.
Seven times. They went 7 times. They won it once.
Amazing.
And there was a time in the early 2000s where Tulane was going to Omaha.
Yeah.
And then Wichita, has been to Omaha back in the day, I think with 3 times, JR?
They went 7 times too.
7, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous that all those programs are so bad now.
Hey, Alan, to your point on Wayne Graham, he once went, so Rice never went to the NCAA tournament before Wayne Graham got there. They went 23 years in a row in his tenure. Then after him, they haven't returned. They haven't been back. So they've been to the tournament 23 times, and it was consecutive years under Wayne Graham. So that's pretty strong.
Yeah. As soon as he left, the bottom fell out, for whatever
And
reason.
the same thing with Wichita State.
Well, the bottom was starting to fall out towards the end of the Wayne Graham tenure.
Don't make me tell the story of Wayne Graham and Billy Godwin won the Easter Sunday morning.
What is that?
I got a story about that I probably can't share on air, but long story short, he told Billy Godwin to get the effing heck out of his off his field that morning, Sunday morning.
Wow.
Oh. Moving right along, former pitcher for the Pirates, John White. What's up, brother?
You remember Wayne, when he would make a mound visit, it would take him like 20 minutes to get there.
Oh yeah, Scott Mike. That was back when my brother was at East Carolina. My brother Brett played at East Carolina with Billy, and yeah, it would take him like 20 minutes to get to the dang old mound. God Almighty knows. Like I said, that was Easter. It was Easter Sunday, and they were doing a church. And I will go into a little bit of the story, but they were doing a church service. And Wayne Graham showed up, and they were ready to take the field, and he told Billy Godwin to get the heck off his field. This is my field, and oh my God, they went at it that Sunday morning. And this is Easter Sunday morning.
I'll have to go back and look at the schedule and look at the record book and figure out what year that was.
That was probably, I want to say 05, 06-ish.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Somewhere in between that.
I didn't start doing the radio thing until 2008. I don't remember that story at that time, so maybe it was before then. You're probably
it was probably before then, because my brother actually, he started out at UNC. He graduated Eastern Wayne 03, went to UNC Charlotte fall 2003, left Charlotte 6, 7. So it was probably around that time where you were transitioning in there, but.
All right, Justin. All right, let me get in John really quick. He says, former pitcher for the Pirates and the Coach O days. My feeling is if Lashley was starting from day one, Pirates would have 2 or more wins under their belt. And I agree with you. I know that JR, how many times have you and I talked about Lashley?
I mean, so many errors were committed without him. But the problem was he wasn't healthy enough to be in the starting lineup. Yeah. That was the problem. And I agree with John White. Obviously, it's crazy. No one expected his bat, though. Nobody expected this. It's early, but he's batting .455. That wasn't part of the deal. The deal was he's going to play a solid, he's got a solid glove, going to play great defense and not hurt you too much at the plate. Well, he's actually helping us tremendously at the plate. And he's reminded me of Grady Linehan. And I got those two mixed up at the beginning of the season because they both begin with L. For some reason, I called one name and the other name. But both of them very similar. Their bats and their defense are spectacular so far.
And Josh says, and we're consistently so good and can't kick the door down. He's talking about Omaha. That's
Yeah,
the frustrating thing about it. But you know what?
we're
Kyle
due.
and I have said this since 2019 that it's going to happen when you least expect it, and you never know. And there are,
Bingo.
I'm hearing some pundits, the talking heads for college baseball, and there was 2 or 3 I've heard already right before the season, and there was one, and there was a couple others, and they say this is the Pirates' year. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going out on that limb or a
Yeah.
hot take. I've said it's
They say that every year, Dave.
well. I feel like this team is a super regional team. That's what I've said, and if they,
Oh, I agree.
I think
Talent's there.
I think that when you look at Cliff Godwin and company and Palumbo, that they're building. They built a super regional team program, and so we've just got to find a way
Yeah.
to knock the door down.
Dave, don't forget Coach Gotro, because he's making a difference hitting wise. That game in Durham I watched from left field. I can't see what goes on, but now since I was next to the dugout, he talks to every batter, and we're being more aggressive at the plate. In that Durham game, we swung on the first pitch 12 times, and we're continuing to do that, and it's working. So Coach Gotro is making a big difference. In my opinion.
Kyle, you ask about that, and certainly I like the fact that we're not. I'll just say this: I like the fact that we're not taking a lot of too. I think there's obvious times when you have to take pitches, but also, like you said, Johnny, if we're not aggressive, as good as we've got a lot of good hitters on this team, and if you just sit there and take it, all of a sudden you find yourself down 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's 100% true, Dave. Is it time for Keith LeClair Classic Trivia? I'll keep it short.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So Kyle's already mentioned that this is the 23rd, 23rd Keith LeClair Classic, which means they played 22 previously. Obviously, the Pirates are 49-17 in the Keith LeClair Classic. They have 8 sweeps of the Classic. They've never been swept.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, you're right. But here's the good thing, Kyle. I'm following that up with a good stat, and that is, okay, we haven't swept the Keith LeClair Classic since 22. So the last 3 we did not. We have never gone more than 3 years without sweeping the opponent. So, I know I'm putting bad karma out there, Kyle, but we're due. The odds say the sweep is coming. So I'm going to stick with that. And here's the funny thing. Game 2s, if we're going to lose, we lose in game 2 more often than any other game. We've lost 17 times, like I said, 49-17. 9 of those were in game 2, 4 in game 1, and 4 in game 3. So, if the upset's coming, maybe it is Troy. I don't know. That's the game maybe we should worry about. So
I worry about all of them, but
at this point, would that even be considered an upset? I mean, they just beat Georgia. They beat Campbell. I mean,
yeah, it would be an upset because they're coming here, and it's the Keith LeClair Classic. We defend our turf well. They're on the road. They're not throwing their Friday guy. Our Saturday guy is pretty good, but you're right. It would be a minor upset. Minor.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to. Do you have any more trivia?
No, I mean that's pretty much. And Western Carolina, as I've already mentioned, we played them more than any other team. This will be the 6th time they've taken part in it. And anything else you want to know, I can maybe answer. But other than that, there's not a lot you can do. I kind of extracted as much as you can extract from the Classic.
That's all right. That's good stuff. Just reminder to everybody let's have a big crowd out there. Our weather is going to be good all weekend, and let's have the jungle rocking for sure. I think we'll do that. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year as far as Pirate baseball is concerned.
Need to get hot. We got the trip to Coastal next weekend. Need to try to sweep this weekend. At least go 2-1. Be better if we swept it. Who do we have midweek? We got ODU midweek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got ODU after that before you head down to Coastal. So it's just need to carry. I would say we need to get momentum. I think we already have it. I think from the Carolina series and then Charleston.
We got
We need to keep
we got Wilmington before we go down.
Oh, you're right.
Well-
Because you know what? Yeah, Old Dominion is before William and Mary. So we got Old Dominion at home next week, and then we
Okay.
go to William and Mary.
So
You're
wow,
right.
we got Wilmington. So we got Wilmington. Is that in Greenville or is that in Wilmington?
Wilmington.
So all right. So this is a big week. You got the Keith LeClair Classic followed with Wilmington, followed by Coastal.
All right.
So yeah, this is getting to be. You know, we had Carolina last weekend. I mean, so it's fun. The good thing is that lull after Carolina. You know, you got the Keith LeClair Classic, you got Wilmington, then you got freaking Coastal. So, and quite honestly, I was looking forward to the Coastal series more than the Carolina series.
In breaking news, the Wilmington game is going to be on Flow Sports.
There you
Oh,
go.
boy. No.
Oh Jesus! Well,
Okay, we'll leave Danica Patrick out of it then.
Yeah.
Alan, are you calling the game?
I wish that would be fun. I'd like to just hold the camera. I think I need a camera guy.
There you go.
Flow Sports, which means that nobody will watch it.
Alan, it won't be the first time you held the camera, but anyway. Let's see.
I'm a performer, buddy, not a camera guy. You keep
Okay. You're a star. You remember that?
What in the world?
You don't remember
Are you guys talking about your gay porn days? What are you talking about?
you don't remember the movie Boogie Nights?
Dave
I don't know. Yeah, Justin's Dave. God Almighty. Alan's talking about. Dave says, "Wouldn't be the first time you held the camera," and then Alan said, "No, keep in mind, I'm a star." I'm starting to wonder here what's going on.
Boogie Nights.
I'm not coordinated enough to hold the camera and be the star at the same time. Let's just put.
Anyway,
I don't think you've helped anything there, Alan. I don't think you clarified that at all. You just
that's
made
not
it
what
worse. You've added on.
He said he held it all.
Hey, Dave, I did want to say that future opponent, the Penn Quakers, who we're playing after our next home series after the LeClair Classic will be against Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And they went down this past weekend to College Station to play a really, really good Texas A&M team.
Yeah.
They lost the first game 0-1. They lost the first game 1-0, and then the second game in 11 innings they lost 2-1. So they only gave up 3 runs in 20 innings.
Wow.
So it looks like their pitching is up to snuff. They just don't score any runs. They scored 2 runs total in the 3 games and lost all 3 of them. But really, they sent a message that, hey, you know, we're not going to be a pushover. So that's going to be an interesting series as well.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Jay. I watched that game too, and I was going to mention that as well. Hey, don't sleep on the Quakers of Penn. They're going to be really good. So, not an easy schedule coming up for the Pirates. I mean, we got
No.
good games. I mean,
I was going to say,
Shouldn't they be the Amish, not the Quakers?
yeah.
No, do you know how
William Penn was a Quaker, though. William Penn was not an Amish.
Yeah.
You know, thanks to him, we have oatmeal, Kyle.
If you're the
Well,
you never make it past second base.
Oh,
True. Oh boy.
Well, I mean, if you're married, you can.
Well, occasionally you make it past, maybe.
Just be glad you ain't Mennonite.
One of
They
them
got a
crazy
couple- they got a
Mennonites living
couple
in an
of
Amish
Mennonites.
paradise.
Well, they got a couple of Mennonites down there in Craven County, so you know.
and Grifton, right?
Yeah. There
Yeah.
was. I think it's Yoder's store. There's a.
Yep,
Yoder's
they're
down there?
Mennonites.
Yeah, Yoders. They got great breakfast.
Yoders.
Yep,
They got
they're in
great
Virginia
breakfast.
too. There's a Yoders in Culpeper, and Mennonites
Oh,
are
really?
great people.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Very, very good.
They'll be
Yoder's
the first to
great
help
food.
out in a natural disaster, and they don't want any money. They want nothing, and they just
Exactly.
yeah.
I got sick as a dog after I ate it. The
Yoders.
Yoders in Aiden, Grifton, Vanceboro, wherever the hell it is, somewhere
I believe
between
it's
Grifton and Vanceboro.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was the food. I think I caught a virus, but in my mind I associate it.
Oh man! All right, so
I'll tell you. Speaking of Yoder's, they
Well, we can forget about getting them as a sponsor.
yeah. Oh well.
Well, they got good food. I mean, it's delicious. They got this stuff there for their pancakes called like butter syrup.
Yeah,
It's
right.
delicious.
Love the syrup. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they have good furniture too. Apparently.
Yeah.
A win in Florida.
Yeah. So, guys, on our roundtable tonight, a lot of great stuff to talk about, including how about our softball team, Shane Winkler, getting it done. ECU beat number 18 or 23, depending on what poll you look at. They upset the Blue Devils 5-4 on Tuesday night. So, guys, I told you that John Gilbert, one of the things he's done extremely well, I feel like, is hiring coaches. And Shane Winkler is definitely an example that they're doing. Pirates doing very, very well. The next subject is going to be one I know we might talk a little bit about. The men's basketball team, they held on, as we talked about early. Johnny gave us the tease, if you're just joining us, early in the show that we'd be talking about basketball. And I know that some of you know that it's a baseball show, but we always have a roundtable every show that we do because there are Pirate sports going on, Pirates news, things that we'd like to talk about. And just want to get y'all's reaction about the basketball team, basketball program.
We suck.
All right, there you go. There's 2 words. Alan, what were your thoughts on it?
I will, after Wichita State, what happened last night, ECU deserved to pull one off like that. I thought it was great. They're playing for their tournament lives now. Obviously, you gotta win at least probably 2 of the next 3 to even have a mathematical chance to get it done. But I was happy for the guys because that Wichita State loss was gut wrenching, and to come away with a win last night. If they had lost that game last night, obviously that would have been the end of any postseason hope at all as far as the tournament situation goes. So I was Coach Schwartz and the guys.
Sorry, Alan, there's a little bit of lag there. I didn't mean to talk over you, but I was going to say they're keeping their tournament dreams alive.
Very. I mean, yeah, you got to look at Jordan Riley had 27 last night. He's Jordan Riley. Garner made 3 free throws after getting fouled on the 3, made all 3, and just a big time pressure there. So I was happy for Coach Schwartz and the guys. That's you don't want to lose to UTSA anytime, obviously, because they're terrible, but they pulled it off. So you never know. We'll see what happens. Got a big game coming up this weekend for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Sunday, we got a big game Sunday. In fact, we'll be there. Sunday is a big day because Sunday we have men's basketball and baseball going on at the same time.
Yep.
But let's talk about women's basketball.
Hold on. You didn't ask me my take on Pirate men's basketball.
Go ahead.
Okay. Unfortunately, in my opinion, we're actually turning into a good team at the end of the year when we only have a couple games left. Yeah. And it's unlikely that we win all 3 of them. But, you mentioned Gardner making those 3 free throws. He didn't have a great game, but he's been playing really, really well. But, man, he stepped up to that line and just drained them. And, Riley Jordan is just so steady. But Corey Cocker is somebody that I wanted to kick off the team earlier in the year. His first 14 games, he shot 18% from 3. His last 14 games, he's shooting 40% from 3. And the way he hit that second free throw off the back of the rim, we don't win that game without Corey Cocker expertly banging that ball off the back of the rim. And he's got 59 more assists and turnovers this season. That's elite. I mean, that is elite stuff. I'm going to go back and see who the last Pirate point guard, and he got off to a slow start too. But so my hatred, I never hated Corey Cocker, but my disdain for Corey Cocker has turned into an affinity for him. I love watching him play now. He's the only one that's consistent lately. Mbang will have a good game, then he'll have a terrible game. I don't know what happened to Tybo Bailey. I assume he's injured. It's they're getting the pieces together, but it's just there's no time left. And hopefully Cocker stays for next year. And I never thought I would say that, but I hope that's the case.
Hey, redemption song. He's redeeming himself with you. Women's basketball.
Absolutely.
Are you done with men's basketball?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Women's basketball. EC Falls at Memphis and double overtime, guys. It was so sad. 88-80. Pirates now are 20-9 on the season. The ladies are Lady Pirates, and lost 2 straight. So Saturday, they have a big game. We have a big game. We want to make sure everybody comes out because we're going to have the Alumni Association. We have, if you're alum or you're a big fan, then come on out and support the Lady Pirates. It's going to be great. We have a VIP experience that we're going to experience, myself and the kids. So we'll see how that goes. And I did want to mention something I wanted to tell you guys. Obviously, that one of the things that people have been talking about today in Pirate Nation is the football schedule was dropped. So I want to get y'all's take. I'll start with Justin.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Well, especially you guys go to me first, but
okay. Well, I'll go.
Yeah, get back with me. I was going to pull up the schedule.
All right, Johnny Robertson.
You know what? I saw that it dropped. Didn't study it, Dave, and I don't have it in front of me, but I do know that, we kind of knew the opponents. We just didn't know the sequence. That Army game, would be a one that I would target to maybe go to for an away game. The home games, nothing spectacular. South Florida and Temple will probably be better than people think they're going to be. I wish we had UTSA instead of Rice or Florida Atlantic at home, but that series has been suspended temporarily, and while we play some other teams, but not hateful, not a glamorous home schedule, I will say, but it could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, one thing I know is. Go ahead, Cal.
Yeah, I don't. Dave, football schedule. Who should you go to first? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the home schedule. There are some appealing things. Here's what they are: Appalachian State, September 12th. Temple on Halloween because it's on Halloween. I mean, that's fun. I don't know the last time we had a home game on Halloween. The last time I remember it was 1998. Now, I'm sure it's happened since then, but that's just what comes to mind against Houston. Or 97 or 98, 97. So Temple on Halloween, that should be a lot of fun. That should be interesting. South Florida on a Friday night. JR, you said South Florida will probably be better than people think they will be. South Florida reloaded in the portal better than anybody.
Yep.
So I think they're going to be one of the favorites to win the league. That on a Friday night, I wish that was on a Saturday. I don't know, outside of Thanksgiving Fridays, I don't know the last time we had a Friday night game outside of Thanksgiving weekend in Greenville. I cannot tell you the last time. I don't know if that's an interesting stat to look up. I'm going to be interested to see how that game draws. I'm assuming, I think, I just about know just by the date, Temple's going to be homecoming. So it'll be interesting to see how we draw, just a few days later for South Florida on a Friday night. You close with Florida Atlantic at home on Thanksgiving weekend. That's going to be Friday or Saturday. I don't know what's up with playing Florida Atlantic last game of the year, last couple of years. I would suggest this to the American. Let's do some rivalry games on Thanksgiving weekend. Do East Carolina Charlotte on rivalry on Easter weekend. Lord, on Thanksgiving weekend. Do Memphis UAB on Thanksgiving weekend. Do South Florida Atlantic Thanksgiving weekend. Do I guess Navy and Temple Thanksgiving weekend. Do UTSA North Texas Thanksgiving weekend. There's so many games you could do to try to create some rivalries regionally. But anyway, I think just if you look at it on paper, I think this is one of the least appealing home schedules. You just looking at it. App State appealing in North Carolina Central. It's the FCS game. Rice, God, you wish that was UTSA or North Texas. Temple, USF, that's fine. FAU is what it is, but no Army, no in Greenville. We play Army on the road. No Army in Greenville, no Navy in Greenville, no Charlotte in Greenville, no Tulane in Greenville, no Memphis in Greenville. We either don't play most of the appealing teams or we play them on the road. So the home schedule, like I said, I would say the highlights of it that are good: App State, Temple on Halloween. USF is good, but I don't like that it's on a Friday night. Um, I like that we have no Thursday home games, not one. We do have two Thursday road games back to back at UAB at Memphis, both on Thursday night.
Not good for the Queen Anne crew.
Oh, the back to
We
back
don't like
Thursday
the
night games on
midweeks.
the road.
No. But what I'm saying is, I'm just looking at the schedule now. From my perspective, the one thing I think that kills us is no bye game during conference play. I don't like that. The Friday night game, we don't have many. But if I had to think, wanted a thing back in the day where the North Carolina High
Oh
School
God,
Athletic
don't bring that
Association
up.
that they didn't want us to play a Friday night game because it took away from the Friday
Yeah,
night high school.
that has come and gone. The ACC plays Friday night games all
Oh,
the
no doubt,
time.
no doubt, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, you are correct. Way back in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
um, the guy that great pirate Harold Robinson started that
Yep,
crap,
yep,
and it was a big to do back in 2001 when the Pirates and Southern Miss were playing on a Friday,
yes.
and but that is a non-issue anymore.
But like I said, I'm just looking at the schedule. I mean, look, Alabama. Obviously we know that's going to be a bye game. It's most likely going to be an App State. That's going to be a toss up. At ODU, I think we can beat that North Carolina Central bye game, Bryce, at UAB. So looking at the first couple half of the schedule, I mean, we could easily be 5-1. We could easily be 4-2, and then going into Memphis is a toss up. Temple. I believe we can beat Temple, UCF. I mean, Temple. It's going to be a toss-up game at Charlotte. Charlotte always gives us trouble, so I'm
It
not going to
better
count
not be a
that as a
toss-up
win.
game at Charlotte.
It shouldn't be that way, but I
Look,
really
we
think,
got I don't know how anybody can call anything at this point on what's going to be a win or what's going to be a loss. To be honest
yeah,
with you, besides
I
obvious,
agree.
Yeah, but
there's way too much rebuilding for everybody.
Man,
Everybody,
yeah,
us. I mean,
I agree. But
I
hey,
agree.
Justin, I think that's an excellent assessment of the schedule. I wasn't even aware that we didn't have a bye week during conference play. That was a
yeah.
great observation on your part. So,
App should not look. We're rebuilding. So App lost. If Bubba's still in the chat, I mean, they lost an enormous amount of players.
That
I
is.
Oh
mean,
yeah.
and they did not hit a lot of home runs in the portal. And in fact, they lost a player to us. Now, App does open up with Maine while we're playing Alabama, but
Yeah, yeah,
but we got to beat App. We've lost App 3 years in a or 3 times in a row, not 3 consecutive years, 3 times in a row,
yeah.
and they, like I said, I believe lost like 40 players to the portal, and I don't think they had a great portal signing class. And I think the one thing that concerns me about that game, besides us still, trying to get our offense going, a brand new system, a brand new bunch of players on offense, um, is they open up with Maine, so they're going to have a chance to get their new quarterback and new, portal players kind of tune up and get into some rhythm against Maine. Whereas I think our defense is already going to be good. Against Alabama, that's only going to make your defense better unless you get injured. But I don't think we're going to be able to get our offense going against Alabama
No,
to really to any extent, and that scares the shit out of me because this is a rhythm based offense, and you ain't going to get in rhythm against Alabama.
no.
And so I'm sitting here previewing a game that's game 2 in September, but I'd be willing to bet you we're going to get off to a slow start in that App State game.
Yeah.
Defense is going to have to carry us, and we're going to probably come back and win that game in the fourth.
What do you think, Alan Vick? How do you like the schedule?
Well, I agree with Kyle. How do you respond after going to Alabama? How do you respond against App State? The Halloween Temple game is going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. And even though the high school deal is not as big a deal now as it used to be, you got to remember that is week 1 of the high school playoffs on that Friday night as well. So that's the one caveat for me. That is round. There's going to be high school playoffs and ECU football on the same night. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and it's home with us, and then you have myself, the voice of Martin County, and you have the voice of D.H. Conley. So that's 2 Pirates that normally are there. They're not going to be there. And
you can't forget this referee over here, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. How could I forget Wildfire? Absolutely.
There you go.
There's 3 of us that definitely won't be there. So I was going to say something. I don't want to get Kyle mad.
So at least we know that there'll be plenty of food up in the suites and in the Pirate Club now that we're not going to be there. There'll be.
There you go.
What would you say that would make me mad, Dave? I have no idea. I'm lost.
Because Justin is not going to be in a suite, and I was going to say that you could sit in his suite.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well,
I was not going there. I was trying to.
Hey, look, the deal is still up. He could always ride the Queen Anne. I'm telling you, go to Army. We'd love to have him.
Oh, that would be cool.
Hey, look, if Kyle wants to go to Alabama, I will try to see if I can make that happen.
I don't want to go to Alabama.
I figured you wouldn't.
No interest at all.
I will be there because actually, Alan, do you guys play the for the weekend for Labor Day? Do you play on Thursday night?
We did not last year. Now, who knows?
We do. We do every year.
Yeah. Most high schools they play so like usually the Labor Day JVs will play on Wednesdays, and then the varsities will play Thursday, and then a lot of times during that year you have open house too, so you have a lot of the JVs will play on Wednesday, and then varsity will play on Fridays. So
yeah, and that's always that first week is always a weather issue.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Hey Dave, can I give my opinion on the Alabama game? I'm the opposite of Kyle. I love the game. They're 10-4, 2 seasons in a row since Nick Saban has left. They're not on the upswing at all. I mean, I've read some SEC stuff where a lot of people think they might be mid-pack. So we're getting an Alabama team. I think Simpson's, I think he's going to the NFL. Not sure who the quarterback's going to be. They've lost a couple players to Ohio State. I just think
who's our quarterback going to be, Jer?
Here's Kyle. I was getting there because here's my let's follow me through here. If one of these 2 quarterbacks really take off and they demonstrate that they're a leader and they play well, and we go down there. And it's not the typical Alabama team that we'll be facing. I just feel like
I would agree with you.
We're not going to win probably, but what if I think we're capable of playing a close game, and it's Alabama, so I think it'll help us like on the schedule. Okay, well they had a 6-point loss to Alabama, and I know 6 points. I'm stretching it there.
I would agree with you if we weren't installing a brand new offense with a brand new quarterback, with a brand new offensive line, with brand new running backs and brand new receivers.
They got a brand new
Alabama, Mississippi State, any SEC school. You're not going to be able to get in a rhythm. The pieces, none of these guys know how to play together.
The depth is that's where our huge disadvantage is. I mean, they come in waves. We only have one wave.
Yeah, it's all about this offense is more rhythm based than our other offense.
I still think we can put up a better showing than we did at Michigan. I really do.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as we have a quarterback that ain't scared to throw the ball, then we ought to be able to. Mason Garcia was scared to throw the ball. But it's just Alabama's Alabama. We're going to lose. My thought process is Appalachian State. Will it help you get ready for Appalachian State?
No,
I believe it will. I believe it will on defense, but on offense, I don't think it will because I think you need to be able to get in a rhythm, and this game will provide no opportunity for our offense to get in a rhythm. And I just do not like that. I still think we'll beat App because I think our defense will be able to keep them, in tow long enough for us to get into a rhythm. But I just do not think this game is going to help. That Alabama game is going to help our offense one bit prepare for Appalachian.
Hey, Johnny, do you remember the last time that Kyle didn't go to an EC football game?
I do not.
The bowl game.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's not rub that because I know for a fact Kyle regrets that decision and it bugs him to this day. So there's no need to rub that in.
No. Yeah, well, that's going to that. And another thing too, Kyle, is that I agree with you, but I would also say that that's what you have fall camp for. That's what you have all this time right now.
Again, people seem to. I guess everybody's living in dream world. We have a brand new offense with we don't even know what quarterback's going to be. This is a brand new football team on offense, and a lot of teams are dealing with that. Alabama ain't going to be one of them. Nobody at that level is going to be. Huh?
A lot of teams in the P4 have lost a lot because those guys.
Nobody like Alabama. No, nobody at that level is rebuilding their entire offense. So
we're doing this for the money, and that's it. And we're doing.
He works hard. Alex works hard for the money.
Kyle, can I point something out that's very I don't even know the proper word to use, but you said, are these people living in a dreamland?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Dreamland barbecue. Yes.
And we won that game too, Johnny.
That's right. Dreamland barbecue. That's where I was going.
In Tuscaloosa, but this is not. I don't look. Again, I hate. If we were going to play Alabama, I'd rather play them game 4, game 3. In my dream, if I'm wave a magic wand, if we have to keep Alabama on the schedule, North Carolina Central, Appalachian State, Old Dominion, Alabama would be the order I'd want to play things in.
Okay. Well, I'm actually excited about. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Johnny,
I wouldn't want to be there if we had everybody back from last year's team. I hate Alabama. I hate everything about it. I hate the school. I hate the state. I hate the city of Tuscaloosa. I hate elephants. I hate the color maroon. I hate Bear Bryant. I hate stupid hats like he wears. I hate everything. I hate everything about Alabama. I hate everything they stand for. I hate Nick Saban.
Oh man!
No,
the thing is, Bear Bryant.
I've never been to Tuscaloosa and not had a good time.
I hate Bear Bryant. I hate Bear Bryant Jr. Even though he was on the show. No, Bear Bryant Jr. Yeah, I do hate Bear Bryant Jr.
The one that discontinued football at UAB.
Yeah, he went on the show. It was Pat Dye's son. Yeah, Pat Dye's son. He's a good dude. Yeah, and Pat Dye wouldn't like us liking Alabama. He wouldn't want us to go to that place.
No,
the times that I spoke.
Speaking of Pat Dye, my dad actually played for Pat Dye at East Carolina, and I'll send this thing to you guys a little bit later on. But Pat Dye, Jr.'s son, was supposed to show up to a game. I think I said that to Dave, but Pat Dye's Jr.'s a great guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
The times I spoke to Bear Bryant, he spoke very highly of Kyle.
Yeah, he did. In fact,
Bear Bryant was his son, Bear Bryant Jr. is a piece of trash, and I
think it was Paul Bryant Jr. They never gave him the bear.
Whatever his name is, his ass clown. How about that? I just can't stand that place. I don't like anything.
Wait a minute.
I love it.
Hold on.
There was this girl I used to talk to from Alabama. She was all right.
Wait a minute. Kyle is not telling the truth because there's one thing from Alabama that he does like.
I just said what it was.
What?
I said there used to be a girl from Alabama I used to talk to. She was all right.
There's a second thing then. There's a group from Fort Payne named Alabama.
Oh, yeah. The band Alabama I love. I'm going to see them in concert next month.
And where are they from, Kyle? from
Fort Payne.
in Alabama.
Yeah.
It's not near Tuscaloosa. Hey, look, Randy Owen. You know who Randy Owen's school is?
He's
Is
at
that-
Auburn. isn't he?
No, he is a proud Jacksonville State Gamecock.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. That's got to be brutal, though.
Wow, Jacksonville State's got a good program.
Yeah.
They do now.
They always have. They were an FCS power.
You know, but anyway, you have. So that's so you don't like Birmingham. Birmingham is a nice city.
No, I don't like Birmingham. I don't. No. I like the band Alabama. I like the song "Sweet Home Alabama."
Have you ever been to the Floribama?
My friend Jess, who lives in Alabama, she's cool. But besides that, the whole state of Alabama can kiss my fat white ass.
See, I like it. I'm the opposite, Kyle. I love Alabama. Not the school, but the state.
I do like Alabama white barbecue sauce. You know, it's on beef. On beef, I don't really know. It doesn't go on pork.
You got Mobile Bay. They had the first Mardi Gras. I mean, they know how to have a good time down there. You got the Floribama right there on the Florida line. Oh, yeah. One of the best bars in America. You have the Tom Bigby River.
Okay. Let me be more specific, Justin. Okay, this is mostly for effect. JR, whoever the hell you are. The other night he was Stevie. So how about this? I hate anything to do with the University of Alabama.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, Kyle, you do like Paul Feinbaum.
No, I love his ears.
Don't you love Paul?
I love his ears.
He's a Tennessee guy, though. But he loves Alabama. You're right, Kyle. He loves Alabama.
By the way, I was going to save this for September, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now, and I'll repeat myself in September. But I think the classic radio gold will be. I would love to hear a promo from Kyle from LaGrange on the Paul Feinbaum show. Would be epic. I don't think that there would be anybody that could ever top Kyle from LaGrange when they. What do you think, Alan?
You got two. You got Harvey Updike. You know, that was a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Harvey Updike.
And Kyle. I think those would be the quintessential two promos for Paul Feinbaum.
Well,
Damn Tide.
I will say this: Kyle is not the kind of guy taking up for him, but Kyle is not the kind of guy that would go and poison that tree there in Toomer Square,
Toomer's Corner.
They put a Newton jersey on that Bear Bryant statue, and I poisoned them trees. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, no, God, no. See, that's why I don't like Alabama, because of crap like that toothless goober who poisoned the trees at Toomer's Corner,
and then it missed the world.
Well, he's not with us anymore, so.
Well, Kyle, you're a music guy. A lot of good music came out of Muscle Shoals.
Yeah,
he died.
What happened to him?
I don't know what had died, but
passed away 5 or 6 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Just from probably
too much poison.
Knows what got him.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody poisoned him. But a lot of good shows. A lot of good music came out of Muscle Shoals. You're right, Justin. It's not an indictment.
It's JR, not Justin.
Look, all right, Steve. Look, I was looking at you. I was looking right at you the other night and called you Stevie. So,
oh my God.
It's not the state of Alabama. I hate it's the university.
Okay. All right, so guys, I did want to let you know to do a PSA right now, but football tickets go on sale on Monday. So if you're looking to get your season tickets, Monday is that, and priority deadline will be on April the 1st. By the way, if you renew your tickets before April the 1st, before the priority deadline, you're going to get 10 priority points. Normally you get 2, but they're going to give you 5 times. There, I think I got there 5 times more than you normally get. So that's a big incentive. If you are in that priority points thing, then that's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not a big incentive for me, but I'll renew
Same
my
here,
season.
Kyle.
I'll renew my season tickets as soon as they go on sale because I always do. I don't give a damn about their priority points.
Yeah.
I,
Dave, that reminded me of the five. You put your like $5 foot long. Remember that from Subway?
oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what that reminded me of.
it
So
reminded me of Booker T going five-time WCW champion.
and if you didn't know, we have the spring game on Saturday, April 18th at 2 p.m. And Justin, didn't you tell us that we can come up to your?
Yeah, y'all come up. Anybody, any of you guys want to come up? I'll be there, and y'all come up and have a good time with me.
Yeah, I'll be.
I'll be under the stadium with Josh Thomas, helping him try to get his pig to the finish line.
Well, that's what we're trying. That's what
After
we're
you
going
get done
to
with
do.
that pig, y'all come up and hang out. Bring some barbecue.
I did want to tell you that after the spring game, we're going to have a series that weekend with Wichita State. So you have the spring game at 2, and then at 4:00 you have the baseball game. So that's going to be really cool.
Yes.
And I want to let everybody know that coming up on Saturday, in addition to the women's game, the Alumni Association will have a big thing there. But on Saturday, April the 25th, we're going to have an ECU baseball game. We're going to have a huge alumni tailgate. So we want everybody, it doesn't matter if you're alum or not.
What's the date of the spring game?
April 18th.
18th.
April 18th. All right.
Somebody told me that there is a special guest on the sideline for the women's basketball game Saturday. Is that true? Special guest coach?
A special. Oh yeah, I'm going to be there. Is that what you-
we're screwed.
I'm not.
We're screwed.
I'm definitely not coaching. That's not
So
part.
if we lost, you're fired.
Okay.
All right, guys. So, like last year for the BYU game, if you're coming to town for the spring game this year, the night before that, if you want something to do, if you ain't cooking a pig, or I don't know what they're gonna have in Greenville, but I can tell you on the 18th, on Friday night, April 18th. Huh?
Friday would be the 17th.
I thought the spring game was the 19th.
18th.
No, 18th.
Oh, hold on,
18th.
wait a minute. It might be the damn night of the spring. Hold on.
It is
Give me a
the
second.
same night. The same night with Tracy Bird.
Okay, yeah. So you got the spring game that afternoon, and then go over to Kinston if you're going to be in town at the Wood
There you
Duck or at the Bird Dog Stadium. You got Tracy Bird and Colt Ford at Granger Stadium.
I'll be there, guys.
You know what?
Me too, Justin. You can get tickets on the field.
Yeah.
For $34, right
Yes,
in front
not
of the
bad.
stage.
I'll actually be on the field, Kyle. I've already bought. I've got 4 tickets on the field.
I got 2 also on the field, Justin. So buy me a
Alan and
beer,
I
buy
both-
me a beer, and I'll drink it for you.
Concert start.
Be the extra innings on deck show from live from Granger Stadium.
What time does the
7
concert?
o'clock, Justin, or 7 o'clock, Jay? Are you coming?
Well, Wichita State game 2 is 4:00, so that's at LeClair. So that's probably going to be 3 hours. So most likely, no, I'm not coming. I love some.
You would just miss the opening act.
Kyle knows I love Colt Ford, so.
Well, no, there's somebody opening for Colt Ford.
No, he's second. He's second. And then Tracy Bird's third.
Yes, Tracy Bird's the headliner. And I'm not I know you like Colt Ford.
I'm gonna split both. I mean, I'm gonna probably go for a little bit of the.
I'm going for all of it, but I'm there to see Tracy Bird. I'm not a fan of country rap.
You never heard Chicken and Biscuits, then, Kyle, because you'd love it.
No, I'm not a fan of country rap. Rap and country do not go together. And
no, they don't.
And so I'll have fun with people having fun to Colt Ford, but I'm there for Tracy Bird. I find it to be a very interesting pairing. There's 2 schools of thoughts there. There's the school of thought of we're gonna have similar enough artists, but they're gonna different enough where we can draw Colt Ford fans, we can draw Tracy Bird fans. That is not how I would book things. We're gonna have Tracy Bird, then let's have
Colin Ray or
Confederate Railroad or another 90s act opening for them.
Jason Michael Carroll.
That's 2000s, and Alyssa Lives was like his only song, but
He's got
well,
like
there you go.
but that would be fine, sure. But hell, I mean, if we're gonna do something different, let's get Ward Davis to open for Tracy Bird. I mean,
Hey, Dave.
Johnny, you got to take a shot. Johnny, you got to take a shot.
No, Colt Ford. I mean, if you don't like him,
Aaron Tippin.
why does Johnny have to take a shot?
Because every show you mention Ward.
Oh, you mean take a shot? Well, yeah.
Is that a thing? Every time I mention Ward Davis, you got to take a shot?
I got to take a shot. So, yeah, hold on a minute.
Well, how did it become Ward Davis instead of Cody Jinks?
Well, Cody Jinks, I would be obliterated. I would, I wouldn't be able to do the show.
Well, if you don't like Ward Davis and Cody Jinks,
I do like them both.
Yeah.
But
You like them. It's not that. It's just a joke that Johnny and I have.
What do you guys think about Aaron Tippin?
I love it.
He's great.
Him and Sammy Kershaw were at Granger last year together.
That's all I was thinking as well. Yeah. Aaron Tippin played in Goldsboro.
Well, no, that was last October. Him and Sammy Kershaw were there together. Did you miss that, Justin?
I did.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Aaron Tippin has some Robertsonville ties.
Yeah, and Tim Jones is actually it's actually a band. What is the name of Tim Jones's band? It's like Murder Unwanted or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're gonna rebrand to just Tim Jones, which is the lead singer of that band. But it ain't Robertsonville, Alan. It's Oak City.
Oak City. Okay, I knew it was in that area.
Hey, Alan, you got it's the western part of the county, so you were close.
Hey,
his dad lived there and had a shooting range.
Yeah, geography is not my strong suit.
Aaron Tippin's dad, that is. But
there you go.
No, it's good. But nonetheless, to wrap this up, what does it say, Johnny? I'll play plenty of Cody Jinks tomorrow. All right, Josh, get in some Ward Davis also.
The problem is, Josh, I'll be in Virginia, so I won't be able to hear it. So crank it up or text it to me. But yeah, I like Cody Jinks. I really do.
Him and Ward are great.
Yeah. And Kyle, if I knew for sure that Colt Ford would play Chicken and Biscuits and There Ain't No Trash in My Trailer and Bristol Nights.
Some of his biggest songs, so I'm sure he will.
Well, I might be inclined to, maybe leave early at the Wichita State game.
I can tell you what, I've seen Tracy Bird live, and I've seen a lot of concerts.
Yes, he has.
Probably more. Well, I don't know about Alan. I'm with two radio guys up here, and I would rival them with saying I've been to the most concerts. And I can tell you, Tracy Bird plays every single hit he ever put out. Like when I was shocked. He played "Someone to Give My Love To," which was his first ever single off his first album, which barely charted.
Was an old Johnny Paycheck song.
Correct, and he actually covered two Johnny Paycheck songs he had hits with, but
yeah, Don't Take Her, She's All I've Got.
Correct. Yep. Me and Alan gonna have 90s trivia up here one night. 90s country trivia. It's gonna be great. But the Tracy, the point of this, JR, Tracy Bird's great live. You won't regret it if you do come. If you come for Colt Ford, stay for Tracy Bird.
Okay. Hey, that last comment by John White, I just have to say that, and I mean this with all sincerity, John White, he is like a Renaissance man. He knows so much about so many different things. You can talk about any subject, and John White will he'll give you his opinion, and it'll be concise and accurate.
Is John White are you a music guy, John?
He's an everything guy. I said he's a Renaissance man. He's everything.
Yeah, he wasted major. That's correct.
Seriously, John White is an incredible source of information on almost any subject you can come up with.
All right.
Hey, Justin, I forgot, or JR, God almighty. Quickly, and I can tell you this off the air, but I should have mentioned it on Stevie's podcast. But the other night we were at the show, and that song came on, and and Stevie looked it up and found out it was Jason and the Scorchers, and
Yeah,
I said I was going to say that, and he didn't believe me, and I had to show him that I had
yeah.
shared a Jason and the Scorchers song on my Facebook page.
Eh,
So, I sent this. I don't think I sent it to both of you. I think I just sent it to Stevie. Um, so on Saving Country Music, which I follow on Facebook, Jason and the Scorchers were mentioned in the Epstein files.
Oh,
It
no.
was just, I was like, what? It's like I was just
Jason
talking
Ringgold himself.
huh?
Jason Ringgold himself, the lead
Yes,
singer.
yes. So
Oh,
so I was like, what in the hell are the odds of that? We were just talking about them, and anyway.
John says Alan and Kyle need to do the watermelon crawl.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll have fun for y'all and do the watermelon crawl.
Watch me do that for sure. Yeah, guarantee it.
You know they're made from the biggest watermelons on the vine.
Yeah, that's my least favorite Tracy Bird song of all time. By the way,
I like them all. I like them all.
yeah.
I don't know. As far as hits go, you just far as singles. I mean, 'cause you get into album cuts. It wouldn't be my least favorite of his hits. I'd probably of his hits. Probably the first step is the two step would be my least favorite of his hits.
I love Love Lessons. It's a good song.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
he's got a lot of good songs. I'd be hard pressed to pick a favorite.
The hit making machine for a long time.
I agree. Hey, but going back to Jason and the Scorchers, if you're just going to listen to one song to decide whether you like them or not, listen to White Lies by Jason and the Scorchers. I feel like that's their best effort.
I discovered them like in '95 or '96 with the song "Cry by Night Operator."
Yep. They were that around that.
Yeah, that's early, Kyle. That's early.
Yep.
Yeah, around that time frame when the Americana thing was really taking off. So that was good music. Good music back
No
then.
doubt, guys. Last call. So if you have anything you want to mention to the show, you can do that for Facebook and obviously YouTube, guys. I'm going to start with Justin Wildfire Butts. Do you have anything that you want to say before we get out of here, bro?
No, guys, I'm good. I appreciate everything tonight. Looking forward to this 3-game set this weekend, the LeClair Classic. I mean, I hope Pirates come away with a sweep, and looking forward to a great weekend. Appreciate everything, guys.
Hey, Alan, what was Tracy Bird's first top 5 hit?
Yeah, first was it Holding Heaven?
You got it. Good job.
Nice. That was a nice pull, Alan.
Wow.
It was. Can you tell me the follow-up single to Holding Heaven?
Was it? May have been "Don't Take Her, She's All I Got."
No, that was actually his first single. No. "Don't Take Her, She's All I Got" was many years later. "Someone to Give Me Love To" was his first single. His follow-up single to Holding Heaven was "Why Don't That Telephone Ring."
Right. Why don't you are correct?
That's a good one, Kyle. That's a good one.
I
I would ask you where that you were able to pull that from, but I'm not.
My memory. I'm 90s
No, I'm
country.
talking about Alan.
Alan. Oh.
Well, I think Kyle can go blow for blow with me with 90s country for sure. I think I got him when we go to 80s country, and certainly 70s.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. But 90s country is my wheelhouse. That and current Texas independent country, or red dirt country, if you will.
And the last great Tracy Bird song, and it was 10 Rounds with Jose Cuervo. I think that was.
I like that song.
That was written by one of my high school teammates.
I got an interest.
Casey Beathard wrote that song. He played quarterback. I was a slot guy.
Yeah.
I got an interesting fact, and that's an interesting fact, JR.
Right.
Go ahead, Alan. I was talking over you.
I'm sorry. I think Casey Beathard, isn't his father Bobby Beathard?
Yes, it is. Sure is.
Yeah.
Small world.
He was a great man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Songs for Gary Allen and Eric Church, Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. No, he's brilliant. But we'll get into it in another show. But I was going to say something about we'll get into it in another show.
Well, maybe we should have him on, JR.
Yeah.
We could do it. Here's the thing. His son Clayton was murdered in Nashville, trying to break up a fight where this where these guys were disrespecting some girls that he knew, and they stabbed him to death. And unfortunately, Casey has just been a shell of himself since that's happened. He's very strong Christian faith, and he's an amazing man, but he's just not the same since that's happened.
Well, I can see where that could change somebody.
No shoes, no problems.
Yeah, he did that too.
Wow.
He's a genius.
Yeah, he's got,
And he was a pretty good high school quarterback too.
and he's probably got a very large home. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of his brother, though. That's
No, it's his son.
I'm sorry, his son. Now this seems trivial because what you just talked about, but yeah, I don't even want to bring it up.
I will follow that up. One thing, Kyle, I just wanted to complete. His son, when he was murdered, was the quarterback for Long Island University Sharks. He was the quarterback, and he was doing really well. And so there you go.
Well, now that you've
I know
all that, I
know.
Forget it. I don't even. I was going to say Tracy Bird, interestingly enough, has the song "Good Way to Get on My Bad Side," where he says there ought to be a law against cowboy rap, and Colt Ford's opening for him.
Yeah,
there you go.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he can come out of the stage with Colt Ford.
When he says that, when I saw him 2 years ago, he said that line. He played that song. And so if he plays that song that night,
that will be
fun. There's going to be when he says that line, he's going to have to smile or something. There's going to have to be.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. Well, hope you will enjoy our remainder of our Thursday evening. Thank you to Justin, Alan, Johnny, and of course, Kyle from LaGrange Barber. How I would never forget you for sure.
No, never. Hey, Dave, I have a question though. One final question.
And I'm irritated. You guys are talking about Ward Davis behind my back.
Well,
I just took a shot.
I did too. I did. I just took another shot.
Everywhere.
Okay, so I just read this on Facebook. Okay, so this person went to Buffalo Wild Wings in Greenville, and there were 4 Troy baseball players in there and a coach. And this person asked them if they had any idea of what the Keith LeClair Classic, what its history was and what it meant and who it was named after. And they all said, no, we have no idea. And this person said, I think it should be mandatory that any team that plays in the Keith LeClair Classic, the coaches should instruct the players beforehand exactly why it's called the Keith LeClair Classic.
That's on the coach.
Do you all think that should be like a standard procedure?
You can't make it mandatory. You can't make them.
No, not mandatory, but I'm saying, do you think that coaches?
Yes, I think it should. Yes,
yes,
I think. Yeah, I think they should, and I think what we could do as a university when they arrive here, we can give them literature. Hey, here's a little pamphlet, telling the history of Keith LeClair and what this tournament's about.
There's no reason to do that before they get here.
Correct.
Good point, Alan. Good point.
Get here. Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, hopefully the Pirates will. Let's get out the brooms. I would love to be able to talk Sunday night. We'll be back. Sunday night we'll be back, obviously, with extra innings. Sunday night at 8, and let's be talking about Alan. You have your broom ready?
Hey, I hope so. I hope I can bring the broom. I have a great broom technique. So I hope I can.
Alan is like Kenny Omega. He's known as the sweeper.
That's right.
I was ready to say, I'm sorry, Alan. I didn't mean to offend you because I was not calling you a witch.
Yeah, and the Kenny Omega saga right now in AEW is pretty interesting. By the way, we'll leave it at that.
I haven't been watching AEW lately, so but I do know Kenny Omega's the sweeper.
As Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega.
JR, what are you laughing at?
It's funny, Kyle. I'm sorry. You would laugh too if you read what I just read. You'd laugh. Do you want me to read it to you?
If it's
it's somebody using voice to text. It's somebody using voice to text. Can I read it to you?
Yeah.
All right. I mentioned the Florida. Oh man, I can't read this without laughing.
I don't think I've ever heard.
I mentioned the Floribama earlier, right?
Yeah.
So somebody texted me, and they used voice to text, and they said, "Johnny, I had no idea that you'd ever been to the Floribama Lounge. My dad is Escambia County, born inbred instead of born."
Well, he is from Alabama. I mean,
Could be some truth to that. You never know.
Oh my
born and bred. There you go.
Oh
Look,
man!
hey Alan, what are the chances that we're going to get out of live in Tuscaloosa with all these jokes about Alabama, man?
Yeah, I've got a great Tracy Bird joke that I could tell you, but I won't do that.
A Tracy Bird joke? You mean something about him personally, or a joke about Tracy Bird?
We used to change the words as Johnny Paycheck or Tracy Bird. I said, "Fred, don't take her. She used to be Scott."
Oh,
man. I got you.
All right.
I thought you were gonna say you changed it to "I said, friend, don't. She's all I got."
Don't take her. She used to be Scott.
No, I was thinking you changed the words to don't take her to don't. If I said, friend, don't. She's all I got.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here before
Probably,
we.
yeah.
Well,
I made jokes about inbred Scott. The lawyers are telling me we got to end. We got to get out of here.
This is
All right, one more shot. Ward Davis, everybody.
All right.
Hey, look, hey, get to work whiskey. Hey, look, JR, have you listened to Ward Davis, JR?
Yeah, I like him. I like him. It's not. I like him. We're just having fun, Kyle.
I'm gonna take. Look, the next now you got to promise me the next time he hears to the bird's nest, you will come with me to see Ward Davis.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll play guitar.
You will say Ward Davis as many times as I do after you see him at the bird's nest.
Okay. Alan, will you go with me to the boar's nest?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm seeing 3 of you now. But yes, I will.
Well played, gentlemen. Well played.
All right. You guys have a great time. We'll see you.
You could go see. You could go see. You could go see. Well, it'd be funny if I could think of it. Damn it. You could go see. I don't know her damn name. God. Nene. You could go see Nene, whatever her name is.
At the Snack Shack.
At Snack Shack, yeah. Nene.
All right. Come on. Ward's
I
coming.
popped JR. There we go. He's broke. JR's broke now. Who is that laughing in the background?
It's
Alan.
What is that woman's name that's always at the Snack Shack?
Nene.
Is it Nene?
No, Nanette Garrett.
Yeah, you can go see Nanette Garrett at the Snack Shack instead of going to see Ward.
No, actually, if you want a shameless plug, I'll do one. Morgan Hudson is awesome. She's going to be there tomorrow night. She's one of the best artists we've ever had. She plays in Greenville. She's part of if you know where Nash Chicken is, the Nash music, right there, the studio. She's part owner of that, but she's amazing. She'll be there tomorrow night, 8 to 10. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you want to see some good music live, Kyle, come on and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And Nanette Garrett is very good as well.
Yes, she is.
She is.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely. Nanette.
But the good thing about her, you don't have to take a shot every time.
Now you do.
Now you do. Okay. All right, Nanette, we love you. All right, we'll get out of here. Good night, everybody, and go Pirates.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.